If you died tomorrow, would anyone care? No. Then it's time to disappear and reappear as a king in a country where no one knows your past. You feel it, don't you? You're tired. Tired of being broke. Tired of being ignored. Tired of breathing in the same air that reminds you of every failure you've had. But what if I told you that you can leave this version of yourself behind and start again? Not next year, not when you're rich, but right now. And it won't even cost you more than what you already waste in a month on rent, fast food, and numbing your pain. There are countries, 15 of them, where your money is worth 10x more, your stress is 10x less, and your freedom is unlimited. Today, I'll take you there. But first, hit that subscribe button, not for me, for the man you're about to become. Let's strip away the lies. Most men don't stay stuck because they're broke. They stay stuck because they're mentally handcuffed to their misery. Your suffering has become your security blanket. It's dark, I know, but it's true. You hate your job? You've hated it for 3 years. You hate your environment? You say it every weekend when you're drunk. You hate how you feel every morning. And yet, you wake up in the same place, walk the same path, see the same people, and expect something to magically change. It's insanity. But here's the psychological reason behind it. Humans crave certainty, even if it's killing them. Your brain is wired to stick with familiar pain rather than risk unknown freedom. That's dark psychology rule number 1. Men become prisoners of their own comfort zones, even if those comfort zones are filled with suffering. Let me tell you a story. The man who sat in fire. There was a man sitting in a burning house. Smoke filled the room. His skin was burning, but he didn't move. Why? Because that's where he grew up. That house, though on fire, was all he knew, and he feared the unknown more than he feared death. That's you. Right now, you're sitting in a job that's burning you alive, in a city that's choking your soul, in a relationship that drained your masculinity, with a life that whispers, you could be more, but you silence it with distractions. Why? Because the pain is familiar, predictable, safe. And here's the deepest truth you've never been told. Most men are not afraid of losing. They're afraid of changing. The comfort zone is a psychological coffin. You've built a life that looks more like a prison cell than a kingdom. And every time life gives you an escape route, you shut the door. Because leaving means admitting you've wasted time. It means facing the world alone. It means starting from zero. But here's the twist. Zero is where men are reborn. Psychologists have proven that environment triggers identity. Change your environment, your clothes, your language, your surroundings, and your brain literally rewires. You stop thinking like a loser. You stop carrying the same traumas. You start building new habits because your old cues are gone. Leave your toxic environment, and you leave behind the version of you that was addicted to pain. But you keep feeding that addiction. You replay her messages even though she left. You scroll through social media watching men win, while you rot in silence. You tell yourself, one day I'll escape, knowing damn well that one day never comes. Unless you make it today. You don't need millions to disappear. Here's the biggest lie you've been sold. That you need to be rich to leave. That you need a passport full of stamps to live. That you need permission to disappear. You don't. What you need is one decision. That's it. One violent, unapologetic decision to say, I've had enough. I will no longer wake up in a place that kills me slowly. The world is too damn big to be boxed into one city, one job, one country, one version of yourself. You are not a tree. You can move. You can leave. You can go where no one knows your past, where your name has no baggage, where the nights are quiet and the air doesn't reek of failure. You can go where you become unrecognizable. The truth is, you're afraid of what you could be, because deep down, you know, if you left, if you moved to a new country, if you stopped blaming your environment, you'd become dangerously powerful. You'd have no excuses left, no past holding you back, no distractions to numb the pain. Just you, in the raw mirror of what you could be. And that's terrifying, but it's also beautiful. So here's what you do next. You don't need to be rich. You don't need a visa for 10 countries. You don't need to wait another year. You just need to start. And I'm about to hand you the blueprint. 15 countries where your money multiplies, where your soul breathes, where you can start a luxurious life on a budget smaller than your current depression. Countries where your name has no history, only a future. Are you ready? Let's begin. 1. Thailand, the land of digital kings. Imagine this. You wake up to the sound of waves. A beachfront apartment for $300 per month. You drink coconut water while building your online hustle. Chiang Mai and Phuket. Expats, freedom, no taxes. A man can reinvent himself here with $700 per month. 2. Vietnam, where discipline meets simplicity. Hanoi or Da Nang. $1 bowls of pho. High-speed internet. No one cares who you were. Perfect for a man escaping his past and building his empire. 3. Georgia, the country, not the state. Tbilisi. Free visa for 1 year. Tax benefits for online income. Wine, nature, women, culture. $500 per month total expenses. And nobody knows your name. 4. Mexico, chaos and freedom. Tulum. Playa del Carmen. You can live like a god for $700 per month. But only if you have the discipline not to become another drunk tourist. Here, freedom has no leash. Use it wisely. 5. Serbia, Europe's underground escape. $400 apartments. No tourist traps. Perfect for the man who wants peace without being found. A hidden gem. If you want to work in silence and come back a monster, come here. 6. Turkey, between East and West. Istanbul is for thinkers. Antalya is for kings. Currency collapse equals your dollar multiplies. Luxury apartments, $4.250, 300/month. Psychological fact. A change in environment triggers a change in identity. This is where you kill the old you. 7. Albania, raw, cheap, untouched. Want something off the grid? Albania is a no BS, no distraction country where you can grind hard and save harder. You can eat like a king, live by the beach, and disappear into greatness. 8. Colombia, learn to balance temptation. Yes, it's beautiful. Yes, it's cheap. But this is where boys become addicts or men become legends. Learn to say no, and you'll be rewarded with a life most men only dream of. 9. Cambodia, simplicity plus power. $250 per month lifestyle. Peace. Silence. Your demons can't follow you here. Only your vision can. 10. Indonesia, Bali is not for tourists anymore. Work remotely. Live in villas. Go deep into self-transformation. But here's the twist. If you don't have direction, Bali will eat you alive. 11. Portugal, Europe's chill hustler heaven. Lisbon or Porto. A bit pricier, but if you've got $1,000 per month, you can live well, build quietly, and enjoy first world comfort. 12. Pakistan, the hidden warrior's land. Lahore, Islamabad, Karachi. $400 per month, elite lifestyle. Luxury, community, and loyalty if you know how to move. Don't ignore this power spot. It's for grounded kings. 13. Philippines, English, hustle, and freedom. Remote worker paradise. Beaches, Wi-Fi, and respect. $500 per month. And if you're smart, you'll build your empire here. 14. Montenegro, Europe's best-kept secret. No one talks about it. That's why you should go. Peaceful, stunning, and untouched by the noise of the West. 15. Nicaragua, rebirth and simplicity. A man with nothing to lose can start again here. Low cost, clean slate, and a mind finally free from pressure. Here's the brutal truth. Most men would rather die slowly than take the risk to live freely. They'll stay in a city that's killing them, work a job that drains their soul, stay around people who never believed in them. Why? Because the cage is familiar. But you're not most men. You're here because something inside you still refuses to quit. And if you've watched this far, you're already different. You just needed permission. So here it is. You're allowed to leave. You're allowed to disappear. You're allowed to become someone new. And no one needs to understand it. But wait, you know the countries. You know the escape. But how do you actually make money while living in these places? How do you build a digital income that funds this new luxurious life without selling your soul? That's what I'm breaking down in my next video. How to build a masculine online income in 6 months, from zero to freedom. Hit that bell icon, because if you miss that, you might stay broke forever. Let me leave you with one brutal truth. The man who stays where he's dying is already dead. You're not stuck. You're surrounded by illusions, and you've just been handed the map out. Now it's on you. Are you going to scroll to the next video and go back to your quiet suffering? Or are you going to pack your soul and go where you're reborn? Your new life is not across the street. It's across the border. So subscribe, watch again, pack your bags, and disappear into the man you were meant to become.